What is free will? Broadly construed, free will refers to the power or capacity of humans to choose among alternatives, or act in certain situations independently of natural, social, or divine restraints. In other words, free will is the capacity of humans to make choices that are genuinely their own. Hence, we can say that a person has free will if she is able to choose whatever she wishes. However, it must be noted that with free will comes moral responsibility, that is, one's ownership of her good and bad deeds. This ownership indicates that if one makes a choice that is good, then she deserves the resulting rewards. And if in turn she makes a bad choice, then she probably deserves the resulting punishments, or whatever consequences the action may bring. Because of free will, therefore, humans are responsible for their actions. It is important to note that arguments for free will are based on the subjective experience of freedom, on sentiments of guilt, on revealed religion, and on the universal supposition of responsibility for personal actions that underlies the concepts of law, reward, punishment, and incentive. In theology, the existence of free will must be reconciled with God's omniscience and goodness, and with divine grace, which allegedly is necessary for any meritorious act. Free will is normally contrasted with determinism, belief that occurrences of nature, social or psychological phenomena, and acts of the will are causally determined by preceding events or natural laws. As is well known, determinism believes that all events, whether involving inanimate matter or conscious beings like humans, are completely determined by previous events. Hence, if one knows the physical state of the universe completely at any given moment, and all physical laws, one could in principle predict the future perfectly, including the so-called free actions of human beings. It must also be noted that free will is not the same as freedom of action. As we may already know, freedom of action refers to things that prevent a willed action from being realized. For example, being in prison means you are not free to go to the park. Being in a straitjacket means you are not free to wave hello. And being paralyzed means not being able to move your limbs. As we can see, these are not issues of free will. Again, free will means being free to try to escape or not, to try to wave or not, to try to move your limbs or not. Neither is free will the same as political or social freedom, better known as liberty. Just because you will be executed for assassinating a dictator doesn't mean you are not free to try, or even free to actually do so.